What's going on, everybody? So happy new year, happy Christmas. As you can see, I have been a little bit on the busier side. If you can see this little bit of a bay, it is painted. This video that we're going to do right now is on stripping the underneath of the car, pretty much getting all of the suspension off it, the trailer arms, the wishbones. Now I do only have one side been taken off on video or so, but get one off. The other side is just the exact same, just mirror image, you know yourself. So let's get into it. We are just about to take everything off. We are so far behind in the videos, but in the coming weeks we are going to catch up and I'll have this video. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, let us know what you think of the build so far, and if you want to support the channel, click the little link in the description. It'll direct you towards my GoFundMe, and there's a little bit of a write-up and all that there then about me having cancer, my heart disease, and just trying to keep myself occupied with this car of mine, trying to keep my mind off and stuff. So let's get into it, lads. Let's talk more action. You just get your head back in there, people think it's a horse box. Going to just strip the underneath of it. Sorry about the lighting, we just have no power. So I'll take off this one, these two, there's two on the trailer arm, and then I just have my handbrake cables that I have to take off, and the caliper doesn't have the pipe is the brake. As you can see, I have the brake pipe disconnected, so don't have to worry about the brake pipe on the caliper. And then we have a 32mm socket slapped in there, so 32mm, take that off, and yeah, so I'll do is just loosen everything by hand and then just crack it off with the gun. Just taking off the shock bolt as well, I forgot to mention. So I'm after getting into it a little bit to disassemble some stuff. So I have a bag here marked left rear. So I have all of the bolts in it, so I've taken off the bolt here for the brake pipe, which will be changed to one of the endless ones eventually. I've got the bolt off the shaft, that's already just to be tapped out. I am just loosening the caliper bracket off of the hub, and the caliper and bracket will come over as one then with the brake pipe. So if I can get a look at it. Got a handbrake cable bracket that I'm taking off now. that one loosened. There we go. So there's the bracket I made. Can't really see what I done to it, but I cut across here. What I pretty much did was I cut across here on the original bracket, took this off, and I just notched a little V in it like this kind of thing. That's what I ended up doing. Something like that is what I did, and it angled it so then this was sitting here, then say it looks like it's more now, but it was something along those lines of what I did. It was just a lot of trial and error really more so. So at least that has to get painted as well. I'll just throw all these bolts into this. There's a couple of brackets in this bag and all that will need to get painted and such, so let's take off the caliper now finally. We've got access to the bolt finally. One caliper removed. Let's put that to the side. And we did also remove the top camber arm. That just sits in there like this and actually sits in this way. Just took the bolt off the top there as well. So that's that off. That is tap to get this bolt out. Tell you what, it's a little bit more than a tap, isn't it? At least it's coming out. She's a little bit more than a tap, I'll give it that. There's my socket now, boy. So yeah, I got the 32 socket. I just took off the nut. It wasn't even that tight. I just needed a little twist, couldn't get it with my finger. So I did get the hammer. I did get MC hammer. Give it a little tapper. And then I had a little pry bar there, but I don't know where it is, so never mind. Little pry bar. And there we have the shaft. A little bit on the worse for wear side, but it's easily salvageable. So I want to leave this on it just in case the shafts get damaged. So that's that. Happy days. We have a shaft out. I'm going to take off this bolt and this bolt to remove the hub. So we just need 17s and 14s then for that. As far as I can remember it is. Let's just blow this off with the gun here. Oh, it's loose as well. We're already loose. Throw them in there. Let's just take that one off there. Okay, so now you can see what I've done. You see the way I put this groove in here? It's like a slide. So, because we had the camber out on the front of the wheel, or the toe was out on the front of the back wheel, which is this point here, this was sitting out too far. So what I had to do was I had to grind with that with a Dremel to allow a little bit more play to push it into the center of the car, to allow the alignment to be correct. This is a necessity. Do it on the front one and on the back one, and then you're sorted. So now, in order to remove the hub from the trailer arm, we'll just get a pry bar and we'll just push it out on both sides. And this side here does have a washer in it because it's stepped back a little bit, so I have a washer put in here that will need to be it'll just need to be taken out and put back in when I reassemble. I was going to weld it in, but it's easier to put the hub in and out without the washer welded in. So there's the hub out. there's the hub, there's the washer. That's kind of how much I pushed this one back here. Let's see that. As you can see, we welded in there because we pushed this one back after we put it. So that's the hub off. It is a special bolt. It is a special socket that takes off these. I have got it. I can't find it, so I'm going to have to get back to you and take that off as soon as I can, which will be probably in the next 20 minutes because I am going to find it.
A few moments later.
There we go, lads. There we go. Not even 2 minutes looking for it and I found it. I had a feeling that I had it in this bag here. It's all my screwdrivers and bits and pieces from working it. So, I had a feeling it was in there, so what we want to do is we want to just place it on like so. And be very happy that we can take these off, because that means that that trailer arm is ready to be painted. As long as I get it sanded down and so. Voila, that's this, and an AA battery, a AAA battery. Okay, so here we have the parts needed. The CRV hub, an EP3 trailer arm, EP3 lower control arm, a DC5 caliper with a CRV bracket, a long shaft CRV on the rear, an EP3 shock and spring, and then an EP3, and then an EP3 camber arm. They are the parts that I've used to get this rear setup correct, by adjusting these on the EP3 to allow the toe in on the front of the back wheel, and then moving this bracket back a little bit by cutting in here and re-welding it and using a spacer here to allow the back to be sitting correctly with geometry, correct geometry. So what I also want to do is I do want to cut this bracket off here, and I'm going to move it back a bit in and around here or so, because the drive shaft is in the way of this with a drop link. So if I move this back, I'm going to make an anti-roll bar to suit by moving this back a little bit. So that's next on the agenda, really, on the trailer arm, to get that ready for paint then. So that's it for this episode, guys. Thank you very, very much for watching. If you haven't already, like, share, subscribe, drop us a little comment. Thank you very much. I'll see you on the next one.